Good morning, class 6. Today we will start with the next chapter of geography, our country, India. When we talk about our country, we are aware of lot of things and we love to talk about it. Let's see what we will discuss here. India is a country of vast geographical expanse. In the north, it's bound by the lofty Himalayas, the Arabian Sea in the west, the Bay of Bengal in the east, and the Indian Ocean in the south. Wash the shores of Indian Peninsula. So obviously we all are aware that India, if we talk about the northern part, Himalayas are there, then Arabian Sea is in the west, Bay of Bengal is in the east, and the Indian Ocean is in the south. India has an area of about 3.28 million square kilometers. The north-south extent from Kashmir to Kanyakumari is about 3,200 kilometers, and the east-west extent from Arunachal Pradesh to Kutch is about 2,900 kilometers. The lofty mountains, the great Indian desert, the northern plains, the uneven plateau surface, and coast and island present a diversity of landforms. There is a great variety in the climate, vegetation, wildlife, as well as in the language and culture. In this diversity, we find unity that is reflected in traditions that bind us as one nation. India has a population of more than 120 crores since the year 2011. It is the second most populous country of the world after China. Now, we have talked about the Indian tradition, people living together even in civics. We have discussed this, the diversity, unity and diversity in civics also. So, you people are aware that India as a country, we are bound together. Like we have different traditions, we have different culture, and we all celebrate with each other with joy, and we love to celebrate the festivals together. So that is what we are talking about here as well. Then second thing, you are again aware of that India is the most populated country after China. Now, locational settings. India is located in the northern hemisphere. The Tropic of Cancer, 23 degree to 30 degree north, passes almost halfway through the country. You can see this in the figure 7.2. From south to north, mainland of India extends between 8 degree to 4 degree north and 37 degree to 6 degree north. From west to east, India extends between 68 degree 7 east and 92 degree 25 east longitude. If we divide the world into eastern and western hemisphere, which hemisphere would India belong to? Due to great longitudinal extent of about 29 degree, there would be a wide differences in local time of places located at two extreme points of India. As such, the difference between these 2 points would be of about 2 hours. Now, you must, if you have any relatives who are living abroad, you must be aware or you must have heard them that the timings are different. If we have, like for example, it is 12 o'clock noon in India, it is like almost 11 hours or something different in Pennsylvania, which is in US. Then 4.5 hours, the variation will be there in, if you talk about UK, Birmingham. And in winters, because of the daylight saving, it is 5.5 hours almost. So different areas or different places have different time. So this is what they are saying, that if we divide the world into two, eastern and western hemisphere, then due to the longitudinal extent, India would also have, there would be different points would be about, the difference in the 2 points will be almost about 2 hours. As you have learned earlier, The local time changes by 4 minutes for every 1 degree of longitude. The sun rises about 2 hours early in the east, Arunachal Pradesh, then in the west, Gujarat. You have already read earlier why the local time of longitude of 82 degree 30 east has been taken as the Indian Standard Time. The meridian or longitude is also termed as standard meridian of India. And this, if you have been to Mumbai, you must have seen that in like in summers, where at like around 8 o'clock you can see that there is little bit of sunlight. Whereas if you talk about the northern side, like in Lucknow and all, around 7 we see that the sunset takes place. So there is a difference of the uh, places have different timings for sunrise and sunset. So here they have given you the example that 2 hours early there is sunrise in Arunachal Pradesh, that then in west of Gujarat. So you can see the map of India and you can understand the places. Now let's see. Do you large countries which stretch extensively from east to west do not have a single standard time for the whole country? The USA and Canada have 7 and 6 zones, time zones respectively. Do you remember how many time zones are there in Russia? We have studied it, and this was a question which was asked in your MCQs also. The peninsula is a piece of land that is surrounded by water on 3 sides. So, like a place which has been surrounded by water from 3 sides, that is known as peninsula. That is a piece of land. So, obviously, India is a peninsula. It has been surrounded by water from the 3 sides. Now you can see this is this is almost a physical map of India, and there are 7 countries that share. When we talk about the boundaries of India, you can see that there are 7 countries that share land boundaries with India. Then we have to find out the names of the countries which share the boundaries with our country. This is a political map of India, and you can see the international boundary, state boundary. All this has been marked in the map. Although it will not be asked in the exam, so you don't have to learn, it is just for your understanding of these countries from figure 7.1. How many of these countries do not have areas to any ocean or sea? Across the sea to the south lie our island neighbors Sri Lanka and Maldives. Sri Lanka is separated from India by Park Strait. You can see it in the map that in Sri Lanka has been separated from India by the Park Strait. Political and administrative division. India is a vast country. For administrative purposes, the country is divided into 29 states and 9 union territories. Delhi is the national capital. The state have been formed mainly on the basis of languages. Physical division. India is marked by a diversity of physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, coasts, and islands. Standing as sentinels in the north are the lofty snow capped Himalayas. Him plus Ale means abode of snow. Him, that is snow, and Ale means a place to live in. So, that is a place of snow, that is known as abode of snow. The Himalayan mountains are divided into 3 main parallel ranges. The northernmost is the Great Himalaya, or which is called as Himadri. The world's highest peaks are located in this range. Middle Himalaya or Himachal lies in the south of Himadri. Many popular hill stations are situated here. Find out the names of 5 hill stations. The Shivalik is the southernmost range. So, you must be understand that Himalaya mountain has been divided into 3 plain parallel ranges, and the Northernmost part is known as the Great Himalaya, or the second name is Himadri. The world's highest peaks, which are located, they are located here in Great Himalaya or Himadri. Then there comes the Middle Himalaya or Himachal, which lies to the south of Himadri. Many popular hill stations are situated here. Find out the names of the 5 hill stations. The Shivalik is the name of the southernmost range. The northern Indian plain lies in the south to the south of Himalayas. They are generally level and flat. They are formed by alluvial deposit laid down by the river, the Indus, the Ganga, the Brahmaputra, and their tributaries. So when we talk about the northern Indian plain, which lies south to of the Himalayas, and here you get the we get the alluvial deposits, and that's why this area is very fertile. The river plains provide fertile land for cultivation. That is the reason for high concentration of population in these plains. Therefore, the population is more in comparison to other parts, because this area is a fertile area where we can agriculture is practiced, and therefore the population is more. Now you can see alluvial deposit. These are very fine soil brought by rivers and deposited in the river basins. Tributary, a river or stream which contributes its water to a main river by discharging it into main river from either side. So alluvial deposit, they are the fine soil, which is that's what I that because it has been brought up by the river, therefore it is very fertile. By tributary, tributary is a stream which or a river which contributes its water to the main river by discharging it into the main river from either side. Do you know the Ganga and the Brahmaputra form the world's largest delta? The Sundarban Delta. The delta is a triangular in shape. It is the area of land formed at the mouth of the river, where river enters the sea. That point is called the mouth of the river. So where from the place from where the river enters the sea, that is known as the mouth, and there we have the Sundarbans, which is where Ganga and Brahmaputra they form the largest delta of the world. Do you know? Let's do. Many girls are named after rivers. So Yamuna, Mandakini, Kaveri. Do you know anyone in your locality who's named after a river? Ask your parents and others and make a list of such names. Could you find other names related to water? Example, Shabnam. Okay. So this is just an activity. Obviously, like there are other names also. Like for example, they have told you the names like Yamuna and Mandakini, Kaveri. You have Ganga, and then you have Saraswati. So all these are rivers also, and they are the names given to girl child also. Do you know corals are skeleton of the tiny marine animals known as called polyps? When the living polyps die, these skeletons are left. Other polyps grow on top of these hard skeleton, which grows higher and higher, thus forming the coral island. You can see the figure 7.4 shows coral island. So this is the coral island. What happens is the marine animal, they die, and their skeleton is left there, and on the top of it they keep on forming up, and that's why this the whole island has been formed, which is known as the coral island. So that is all for today class. We will continue in the next class. Please take care of yourselves. Be safe at home. Thank you.